Hey everybody, in this video we are in chapter 1 section 4, and the problem, I didn't crop the entire directions, but basically it's saying, hey, here's this equation, solve for the indicated value, variable, whatever. So in this one we're given the equation for basically projectile motion, or height of an object that's projected upward. So it's h equals negative 16 t squared plus v sub 0, or v naught, initial velocity, t plus s sub 0, or s naught, which is initial height, for t. So they want us to solve for t. So this one's a little weird because it's like, well, how am I supposed to solve for t? So I guess, at first glance, I would assume that when you look at this, you can tell that this is a quadratic, right? That this is a quadratic equation. Now, yeah. So we normally have our quadratic equations set equal to 0 for us before we try factoring and solving. In this case, h is just written as h. Could h be 0? It could be. Is h definitely 0? Not necessarily. So in either case, it doesn't matter. What you would want to do is to subtract h from both sides. So let me see where I'm writing. Okay. So basically, if I subtract h, I'm going to have 0 equals negative 16 t squared plus v sub 0 t plus, and then that last value is s sub 0 minus h as a whole. Now I have A, I have B, and I have C. And what do they each equal? Well, A is right there. B is right there. And C is right there. Being that I have no idea if it's factorable or not, but I do know the quadratic formula works every time. That's essentially all I'm going to do, is I'm going to set up my answer in terms of the quadratic formula. Instead of it being x equals negative b, blah, 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 it's t equals. So I will have t equals negative b is negative v sub 0 plus minus the square root of b squared, which is v sub 0 squared minus 4a. Now, I know it's negative 16, so I'm going here, making this plus. Okay, see what I did there? C, which is s sub 0 minus whatever the h was, all over 2a, which is negative 32. From that step, what do we do next? What I would do next is I'm going to, honestly, you could kind of believe it like this, but I don't think the final answer was left with a negative number in the denominator, nor was it left with like parentheses under the radical. So I will also, clean it up sort of like what they did, right? So, oops, too far, hello. So what am I going to get? T equals, so a couple things. If I deal with this negative, I have to almost pretzel the negative. So negative v sub 0 and negative 32, the negative goes away, so it's v sub 0. Then plus divided by negative is negative, but negative divided by negative is positive. So it's still going to be plus minus. Could I write minus plus if that makes me feel better? I guess, but I'm just going to write plus minus. Okay? The square root of, and just don't get it confused. V sub 0, that whole thing is squared. I kind of did like it with the parenthesis, but I'll leave it alone. 4 times 16 is 64, so I'm going to distribute the 64 right now. So that's going to give me oops, not right away, hello, plus 64 s sub 0 minus 64h all over positive 32. And I believe that is how they wrote the final answer in the textbook. So there you have it. Okay. So when you have a quadratic and you're solving for, that variable in the case, that's one in the position of the x squared, x, and whatnot, that is how you would write out the equation showing how to solve for it. And that's all there is to it. So hope you found this helpful. Let me know what other examples you want, and I will get to them. The playlist for the whole chapter should be on the screen right now. And that's it for now. Adios.